It's breakfast time, and time to do a heartiness breakfast. Ready to do the breakfast. This is the starting of our breakfast. This is what's in the refrigerator after we've been traveling for at least half a week. We left Tuesday, and this is what's left. I'm sure we can turn this into something magnificent for breakfast.
Hi, I'm Rhenda.
I'm Jim.
And we are gonna cook breakfast. So we just got home, he may have told you that last night. And we're gonna open the fridge and see what we had in there. Well, we had a lot in there. The only thing we need to give to the chickens is some old celery and old lettuce. The rest of it, we can salvage. And when you feed stuff to your chickens, you're salvaging it anyway. Now, we don't have chickens yet.
While she's doing the magic, I get to do the cleanup. That's what sous chefs do.
He's not a chef that I see. All right, so I'm gonna use my magic wok. Some people have magic wands. We have a magic wok. Usually when you make a frittata, you just cook it in the pan, but Jim wanted to be magic this morning, so we're gonna do that. This is some of the onions that we got at the farmer's market.
So what is it that we're making?
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
That's the thing about making real food. You never really know what you're making. You just start cooking it. Now that's not true.
Well, no, that's how we started.
Sometimes.
We started by what's in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
What do you have available?
Yeah.
And start getting it into a form that you can actually do something with it.
So I'm taking all this food that's whole food. It's the way it was when it was growing, and I'm making it into something. So I'm processing it myself, not allowing other people to process it.
We're not adding anything odd into it.
And like I say, this would normally be made right into this pan so that you're only using one pan.
But it's so much easier to prep the veggies in here. It's just awesome.
Look at the size of that egg.
Here we go, on camera. Now, our little emulsifier could do this even better, huh?
Yes, which we have finally.
We've gotten used to not using it because we haven't had it with us. Back to the old way. Hey, this works great. We ready?
Just a second, I gotta show it. So we've got all the veggies in the bottom of this. Go ahead. It's time. These tomatoes kind of look like peaches on the top. Wow, that's so pretty. That's one of the things I love about frittata and real food is that you get to eat beautiful food. And that's beautiful. You know that's beautiful. Onions, tomatoes, eggs, and a little cream.
Bon appetit. Disclosure first of all, we haven't power washed this wall yet. It will look better in the future.
You think? Yeah. And maybe in the real distant future we'll put on different siding, but you know, yeah. That's way distant.
we are sitting on our, I guess you'd call this our back deck.
back deck, back porch.
This is the one that comes out of the kitchen door going to the west, where we look out over our bottom land.
And I'm looking straight at General Lee the tree.
Yes, he's right out there through the trees.
I'll link that in case you didn't get to see that video. We came home last night and
we got home before today.
We did, like 4 minutes before today. And from our granddaughter's graduation, and literally we are in a jungle.
Let me say something about the coming home. We are thrilled about this. It's a long one-day drive, but it's a one-day drive from here to Denver, which is where we have our son and his 3 daughters and his wife, another son, my sister, a niece, a nephew, and
all their siblings.
And some of their children. Plus I have cousins who were there, so a lot of people to visit and be with. And I've got to announce this is good stuff. I had on Facebook an invitation to join a group that is starting to do the planning for the 50th high school graduation reunion.
To even say that, it boggles the mind. Beside the point. So I just wanted to say, we did have a very long day coming home yesterday, but you don't even know what we did in the morning. It was so amazing. Talking about taking care of ourselves. Had we
got up early and headed home, we'd have been home
by 5:30
in time to feed the chickens, which we don't have yet.
By 5:30. But we didn't. We got up out of our hotel, which was in downtown Denver, and we went walking down to Union Station, and we had the most incredible breakfast.
A shout out to Snoozes. Talking about Snoozes, amazing place. I mean, the station there.
Yeah, that's the train station in downtown Denver.
I used to come to that station when I was a kid. We would ride the train from Craig to Denver. And that's the station we came to. Now, the main building is still the same main building.
It's really old and cool, kind of like Grand Central Station. But
while we walked up to Snoozes, we're watching people setting up for a farmer's market right there.
It's right downtown Denver.
It was amazing
as
watching
a farmer, that's the thing to do to get into those kind, because wow, then you have city people that really want good food and they're willing to pay for it.
So Snoozes is one of those restaurants that has indoor dining as well as patio dining outside. So we're sitting outside and we're watching them put up the farmer's market and having this breakfast. But Snoozes is an example of, I don't know if you could call it farm to fork, but their food is real food. Now what we don't know for sure is the oils and stuff that they prepare it with, but based on the types of foods it was and how they had it prepared, what we saw in the way it was done.
Farm fresh,
amazing.
Pasture raised chicken,
beef,
eggs,
yes.
All that kind of stuff. Anyhow, so we had this amazing meal. So this is what we decided. One of our subscribers has been asking, hey, I'm going to be going across the country driving, and you've been driving a lot. Yes, we have. Do you know
too much
how to eat right when you're driving? So we had this idea. And I think one of the subscribers did this last year.
And this is an idea that would have helped us while we were traveling if it was in place.
So this is a collaboration with every homestead out there all over the nation. This is what we need from you.
And all of the folks who are subscribers and following along, we all do this together.
Yeah, if you don't have a homestead and you can do this and know this, we need you. So this is what we need to know. We need to know restaurants and eating establishments that people can go to as they cross the country where they can eat good food.
So your area, the places you know that serve, they don't have to advertise themselves as farm to fork, but they need to be places that are using locally sourced food, real food, whole food, properly prepared.
It's not a chain.
Yeah.
They're not chains. We ate at so many wonderful places that were not chains.
Hashtag.
This is what we want you to do then. Send it to Rhenda at Hardiness Approach. RHENDA at Hardiness Approach. And hashtag it.
Well, make the title Farm to Fork Dining. And then we'll know that that's what that email's about, and we can pull the information out of there.
Yeah, just do
with that information, we're going to create a page on our website that lists by state and city the addresses, the names and addresses of these locations, so that then anyone who wants to know where they're going to be traveling and they want to know the places they can go to, they can look up, and these are going to be subscriber, friend, referred places.
Isn't that a great idea?
I think it's a great idea.
To help everybody. So, pass this along. Did you just hit that?
I bumped it by accident.
Pass this along. We'll send it out to lots of people and try to get everyone to give us some places that they have near their home. So if we can do it from California and Oregon to New York and New Jersey and South Carolina and Florida, all the way across, from Texas to Montana and Canada.
Now, we realize there are several of you who are not in the U.S. who follow us and are listening to this. And you're like, oh, another thing that leaves us out. Tell you what, if you know of places local to you, send them in. We'll put them on the list as well, because you know, people do travel internationally. Plus, you have local folks around there who would be interested. So let's get that conversation going as well. We will include them wherever you are.
Yep, absolutely. Wow! This is a great collaboration of Farm to Fork meals. Remember, it doesn't have to say Farm to Fork. This snooze did not say that.
They didn't.
But boy, their food. We stood outside and looked at their menu and went, this is a place we can eat. And we had a quinoa bowl for breakfast with vegetables and an egg on the top. It was so good.
It had a chutney.
Chutney,
yeah. It was wow.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was impressive.
So we will do that. So let me go over the rules again. When you find your place, go on to my email, Rhenda, R-H-E-N-D-A, at hardinessapproach.com, and hashtag farm to fork. They don't really need to do that in my email.
No, they just do the title.
Just do the title.
Farm to Fork Dining.
Farm to Fork Dining, and the title. And we'll put this down below so that you can see that too.
This is only a partial answer to how you eat when you're traveling. There's
There's a lot of other things you take with you, which we did.
Yeah, a lot of recommendations, and so we will be doing a blog post or into the newsletter.
We could do a blog
post. Let's do something into the newsletter.
In the newsletter. Yeah. So we invite you to go and sign up for the newsletter, and we'll put a lot of this information into our newsletter. So go to hardinessapproach.com and do what?
Well, in your desktop on the right side, there's a form, and it's a new form. There have been, I guess, some issues with the other form for some people. They work for me, whether it's desktop or mobile.
He's magic.
Sorry.
I'm not.
But for some, I guess on some devices, they don't always work. So I changed the form. It's a little bit different as far as the way it handles things. Hopefully it works for everyone. So for the desktop, it's at it'd be on the right side of your screen, and for mobile it's like almost to the very bottom. So fill that out and you'll be registered to receive the newsletters that come out every Friday. Now there are some of you who are concerned you didn't receive the last newsletter. From what I can see, those of you who said that, you didn't register until after the newsletter went out.
They come out at 5:30 in the morning Central Time.
So what we're going to do is, for this most recent newsletter, is go back into our email service and have it send to those who registered most recently.
Okay, the other thing is by the end of the day, you can just go to hardinessapproach.com, and I believe it's under home. You can go down and click on newsletters, and it has all the newsletters there.
Although Rhenda will admit that she's a few newsletters behind and getting them moved over.
By the end of the day, he will have them all moved over, because she doesn't do that part.
But we'll have them there so you can see them. You can see the archives.
And just so that you know, we jointly write these newsletters. It's like, can you write the article this time? Can you write the article this time? And so we'll start putting our names at the bottom or the top when we write it, so you'll know who is writing it. Because we definitely have different writing styles, and they're both absolutely terrific. And we're humble too.
Yeah, a lot of